Whoosh. Top morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If, energy from Ben 10. We all know the guy or the alien that, So, So it's called What If Energy was in My Hero Academia. And yes, I know that this is I thought about this last night. And I know I was gonna make a suit for him, like how energy is. But I'll make one up because I don't not have time for it. So basically, let's begin. His parents gave birth to him. And his mother was suffering from radiation. And at a time. Sorry. But all that radiation went into her son. So his quirk, he was born with a quirk of double shell. It's basically a like on the outside, he might look completely different, but inside is his real self. So now he's always, because his outer shell thing that everyone sees, like his outer skin, they see him as he looks like a chunkiest person, that he stays home and plays video games all day kind. And yeah. Well, basically looks like sorry, that's me coughing. So then but a good thing is that his outer skin is like the energies' suit thing. Trying to find that stupid image thing where this guy shows his true energy form. Like the one that oh, here it is. Like this one. And his outer shell of him is way more tougher than anything. Not even a diamond drill or anything in the entire universe could even hurt him. Like, yeah, so I know that some of you people in the comments below would probably be like arguing with me that, oh, the diamond edge or the diamond crystal that Kevin Levin used in that one episode that sliced that alien lookalike guy, he's suit. Yeah, I agree on that, but the Zuko's, or my character in this What If, his armor, like his skin, outer skin, can't be like sliced by that. So, yeah. Plus, he can't eat radiation like it is like candy for him. Or, yeah, that's a better term. Trying to be kid-friendly. But don't actually eat radiation. I know that in this world has, like, toxic waste candy, but don't actually eat the toxic waste. So, that's a public announcement. So, now we get back into the What If. So his mother died after birth because of radiation. And so his father was upset. Not at him, but at himself for, like, allowing his own wife to go into the nuclear facility, or basically that's where he worked, and ends up like he ended up like, yeah. So his father did pass away from from getting angry, or always angry. Like, depression broke his heart, and so before he died, he told his son, "You can become a hero. Well, and make us proud. You're the only one." Yeah. So he normally goes to school, and everyone picks on him. But they don't know that he's going through a rough time. Yeah. I don't know why I'm on the so he's going through a rough time in his life. Like, we always lose loved ones, and we were going through rough times too. So, yeah. So he goes to school, and he does try to like date certain girls, but they always turn him down. Like him, like basically, how I put this, they basically they don't just like, sure, they just like, go away, you weirdo. So yeah, basically, I do not want. Hold on, just 1 second. So, yeah. There we go. So, reason why I went into a other room, because, yeah, you guys are probably hearing, like, copyright music, so, in the background. So Energy just gave up on trying to date girls. Because he's gonna, like, he doesn't want, so he goes to UA. He meets Bakugo, Todoroki, and he's in class 1B. I was going to put him in class 1A, but then because I had this script for a really long time, and where the Ben, or not Ben. So when he met Zuko and the rest of them, or actually, the script goes like this: the Zuko or Energy. Sorry, I kept saying Zuko. If you guys want me to do another what if Zuko, what if thing, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, let's move on. So Energy, him, was in class 1B. So the time skip to the sports festival. And Energy was basically and he did worked with the same company as his father then, when he was 5 years old. And one day the reactor was about how to explode the city. As everybody like, evacuate the area. No. As they like go and evacuate the entire area. As Energy stayed behind. As he's like, he looks up. He sees the rods aren't properly in place. So, what does he do? He straightens them out and closes it. As he access granted. Full power at restored. And all that stuff. As they're like, Energy, how did you do that? The rods were basically backwards. Or not facing all of us straight, so I made them all straighten out. So yeah. So then So the sports festival, he made it to the sing around, and he was number 4. So Zuko was in first, Bakugo was in second, and Todoroki was in third, and him was in fourth. So yeah, and then the team battle and whole thing. I'm skipping that part because yeah. So then the fight one and goes, and of course Todoroki, he uses his ice and trying to like hold him in, like straight up holds him and of course Zuko, so the energy was like, you think this could hold me? Please. As he heats his body temp to like same thing. As he says, all right, it's time to, as he uses his own hands to freeze, or to use that up into his arms. As he also, so Todoroki was against him, and he's fireproof, so yeah, so he's like, man, ready? As Todoroki, as energy grabs the Todoroki's leg and throws him across slams him on the other side. And and at night, he does come out of his like skin, and the radiation that he absorbed from his mother, instead of poisoning him or making him like, it actually does something opposite to him. It like makes him more like feels a little bit better. So he does do like, yeah. So then the final round, it was between Energy versus Bakugo. So Bakugo explosions and I'm trying to find a good way for him to like he uses full power on him, and he's not even budging. And he's like, come on, dude, you're just crazy. As he slams M's and for Zuko, or for NG's outfit, he actually designed a backpack thing. That can, or a suit to keep his all of his belongings. So yeah. But they did not know that he's actually wearing a suit. Because underneath it, it's like that same incident with, I forget his name, Fatgun or something. I don't remember his name, so I'll look it up. Fatgun. This guy, where instead of him like transforming into like a big, like that guy, and turns into like him, well, my character is like wearing a suit. So yeah. So now, let's finish this up, shall we? So Energy wins. He got first place, followed by Dark Shadow and Sengen. Bakugo's at third. Or actually, I meant Todoroki's at Sengen and Bakugo's at third. And then, so then the time skip. And he does shoot lasers out of his, like, eyes. He can, like, make his entire suit thing really hot, like a volcano. He could shoot lasers out of his eyes, and no matter who said or who's commenting on this video, I'm making energy from this one the way more like hotter than the canon version, like basically Ben 10 version. And he's way more like hotter than my whatever energy was in the Rose Vampire. If you guys didn't see that one, well, go check it out. It's pretty cool. And yeah. So now, so Zuko, so Energy was hanging out with the boys, and because they had dorms and they were just chilling out. And one of them asks how about play Truth or Dare? And no one knew that deep down inside, because he sees every, like, adult there, except for his parents, because he knows that his parents died. So inside of him, inside of his suit, he's crying. Or he has tears coming down his face. As he... So he looks at, or he grabs the picture of his parents, and he looks at it because he was in his room. As he felt like everything is his fault. That's what he felt like deep down. He's blaming himself because yeah. But deep down, like really deep down, or his, like every time he goes to bed, like he sleeps, him with his suit on, his parents in his dreams tells him that it's not your fault, and yeah, it's our stupidity. But you are making us proud. Okay? So then when he wakes up, then, yeah. So, a time skip to All Might versus All for One. And Energy can, like, move with his suit thing, but he moves way faster without his suit. So when All for One shoots a beam of light at All Might, then, but Energy steps in the way, and that kind of tickles. As All for One's like, huh. The kid that was born, the kid was born with, and you witnessed your own parents' deaths. As is, how does that make you feel? As All for One is trying to get under the Energy's skin, as he says, as don't bring my family into this. I have new family. Emily. The entire class 1B and 1A. I see them as my own siblings. The pro heroes. The one that's behind me that you're trying to kill. I don't see him as a pro hero. I see him as my own friend. No one hurts my friends. And two, I wasn't the one that killed them. And so, yeah. My own, and they aren't gone. My My parents aren't gone. They're still with me. Now, let me show you why. As he takes off his suit of armor, like basically his real self shows up. And when it did, he looked little bit taller than, or not little taller, but way taller than All Might's buffed. I can't spell buffed. Up. Okay. He is way taller than All Might's his body. Like his buffed up form. Like All Might's buffed up form could reach to the, like, with his, like, hair thing that forms into a V, could only reach up to his waist. Yeah, and he's way more, like, muscular. Like way more buffed up. And he's, looks so, like, he looks hot, basically. And when everyone saw what he looked like, this is my my real form. As all the girls, and let's go back in the past real quick. So when he used to go to school and asking girls out to go on a date, one of those girls that he asked out was actually Himiko Toga. And she shuts him down. But she chose to be a hero, so... But when she saw his buffed up form, she was like, dang! So, yeah. And Zuko, or as Energy says, let's roll. As he moved so fast that even, like, news cameras couldn't even pick up what... As he's beating around, he is beating around All For One. Like, basically beating All For One around like a little rag doll. Like, super nuclear punch! Boom! And when... Yeah, that was his finishing move. And when he punched All For One with enough force, well, Zuko, All For One, and his entire body, soul, even a quirk, search quirk, that All For One stole out of the Wild Cat Yellow, or Cat Yellow, I always call her that, but, yeah. But Energy actually did something that no one else even dared to do. you know what he did? He grabbed Search Quirk before All For One even, like, took it and made it apart. Well, Zuko, so Energy took him and, like, took her quirk and put it in his pocket and, like, yeah. So then when All For One died, his quirk died with him. So, his own quirk died. So, as Zuko, who, as Energy, the big buffed up form, says, I have a little gift for her. As he gives the quirk back to her. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's the wild, and I always put her as yellow. This girl. Oh. He gives back her quirk. And don't worry. He didn't, like, put radiation in her quirk and, like, gave it back. No. Because he can control his own, like, radiation. So, yeah. So then the day came, so the next day, every girl that he ever asked out that wanted to be a hero instead went over and asked him. But surprisingly, because they know that or actually, his classmates, the boys and the girls from Class 1B and Class 1A, felt so bad about him. Because they know that he is going through the deep emotions. So, yeah. So then but he's always walked to his room, or he did put on a suit before, his big chunky form one, and so Toga, when of course he needed some alone time, as Toga knows that so Toga knocks on a door, and he knows who it was. It was Toga. So as she says, I know that you're in pain because the ones that you lost. But remember when we first met? And you were trying to ask me out on a date thing? It's what Toga is saying. And before you guys, like, jumps to, like, this is not canon to the anime or manga. No. I know that I did this with Ezra, from Akame Gets Killed one. Because rest of you guys that made a comment in that videos about the Ezeth in that anime, or that What If, was not similar to anime or manga. Well, it was an alternate version of Ezeth. So, alternate versions of people are not similar to, like, the ones that we know and love thing. Like, Toga's, in this What If, is an alternate version of herself. Not some, like, gender bent version, but an alternate version of her, where instead of her being all crazy on Looney Tunes and everything that she does is normal to her eyes, but then, yeah, but in this one, she's more of a kind, caring person. But plus, when she heard that his own family was killed by the radiation stuff and, like, all that weird doohickey stuff, well, she ends up, she had a worried face. Because at first, before her, she was like, stay away from me, you loser thing. And I want to be a pro hero thing. So then, but when she saw his buffed up form, like his real form, so Toga decides, so she changed her tune, or her perspective. Like all the girls that he asked out, changed theirs too. So Toga decides to, like, can I come in and, yeah, sure, coming in. As she walks in, as his room was, like, so perfect and beautiful that even, like, not even a single drop of the stain on anything. As everybody's like, man, Toga is impressed that we're being so, yeah. So so, yeah, so Toga sat down with him, and so she told him that he is always allowed, hold on, make sure, be right back. Sorry about that, yeah. So, yeah. So Toga was interested, as she even told him that when we first met, I thought you were just a big chunky guy that plays video games all day. But the but when I, of course, she says, but when I said that, I did not like say it as a like hatred thing, but what? Well, as she says, well, no, as she was kind of embarrassed to say it, but she actually had a crush on him no matter if he was chunky or buffed up. And she was like, had put on like pretend brave face thing. As she, would you accept me, as Toga says to Energy, to be your girlfriend? So, Energy says, yeah. Did you had a, or actually, she said this, yeah. Or, I actually did had a crush on you. And so the Energy is a little bit surprised about that. As Toga knows that she's got to the... And she smiles at him. And he even tells her that yeah. So they start dating, and a time skip. So I'm skipping over the overhaul fight thing. And yeah, I know this video has gone long enough, but yeah, I'm adding like little details to it. So if you guys don't want to watch this video, go right ahead, change it to whatever you want. But if you guys want me to do so, yeah. So Energy, and Toga finally decided as she walks up to him, and she basically asked him to go get it married to her. As she's like tapping her fingers together. As Energy just looks at her as he says, sure. So, yeah. So both of them got married. And she did introduce him to her parents, and so her parents were wondering, did your parents even know? As he looks away, as Toga knows that as she basically walks up and whispers into her parents' ears that his parents died after he was born, or his mother died. So Toga's mother says, "Oh, sorry, hey, yeah, go ahead." So they basically set up a wedding, as he's wondering if he could go into, like, he'll still be in his outer skin, or like his real self. He's just trying to figure it out. So Toga walks up, or actually was like told him that she does not care if, or actually her father says, she does not care of which one. So then he gets out of his suit as he puts on his suit and tie. And so he doesn't, and there's one thing that I forgot to mention. He doesn't, like, produce radiation to anyone around him. Or he doesn't, like, infect everyone with radiation if he jumps out of his, like, chunky form. So, yeah. So Toga was in a wedding dress, and they got married and had 2 kids. And yeah, Toga still lives. And so, yeah, so Energy, he was not, like, crazy about that and stuff. So, yeah. So now, yeah, with all this out of the way, now I'm really glad I made this what if. So, yeah, I really wanted to add some details into this what if, but I know it makes it a long video, but that's okay, because normally you see other YouTubers making, like, super long videos other than me. So, yeah. So, peace out, y'all. Peace.